Uh, uh, I laws. You're saying policies and laws. I guess policies. Um, Again, we'd push for more uh science and I suppose more infrastructure, so that way we wouldn't just be completely defenseless. We would have more buildings attuned for like obviously learning, governmental buildings, not necessarily, um we wouldn't really have a necessity for prisons or anything, because if anybody did, like I said before, if you don't really have it in you that like how I said before, by the people for the people, we kind of like came up to the colony together. If you're not in that mindset of like preserving the colony and you want to betray it, yeah, we'll shoot you right out into space. So like that's one. You can no coups, nothing like that. Um, if we find out something like that, uh, I can guarantee you there's probably nothing worse than getting shot out into space. Um,
I don't think that's a necessary thing to do to people. I think just simply putting them in jails or prisons is fine.
You know what? If you don't like the way I
no,
run things, you can walk back to. How about that?
You
no,
are
no,
such a tyrant. Oh my god.
Wait,
no. The only
I'm
reason I'm
not
saying
shoving them out airlocks. I'm telling them they can find if they can find their own way home back to Earth, then so be it. If you don't like it, leave.
no. See, the only reason I'm saying to shut them out into space is because then we wouldn't have a need for jails or prisons.
Oh yeah,
So,
because you just execute
basically,
everybody.
you're just doing an
True.
execution on people.
To be fair, prisons are very, very expensive.
True.
Yeah. So why would I want my funding to go to prisons or jails, which are literally just holding
You take the U.S.
people
method and you
that
make jails
are
for profit.
You could also use the U.S.
No.
method and just transfer your prisons over back to Earth.
You
I'm not-
could. You could
Go
have done
to
that.
Earth jail,
I'm
Yeah,
not
but they charge you
taking
for that.
just like when the red states send their homeless people to blue states.
I'm not putting
yeah.
putting real world politics into this. I'm
All politics are
putting
real world politics.
I'm
You
what I'm
can put real
saying.
world politics in it if you want. There's nothing.
He doesn't want to.
No, because this is
It's okay. We'll
a mix
insert them for
of,
you.
All right.
No,
So,
because this-
Arachno, you're next.
What are my choices to prioritize?
You have a choice of agriculture, healthcare, military, education, or infrastructure. You can only choose two of what I named.
I guess my focus would be on education and military, because the next natural step as we were focusing on automation is to shed our mortal coil and embrace cybernetic enhancements to the point that we no longer need food and therefore no longer need agriculture and healthcare.
Okay, what are we talking about here? So you're making advanced.
Cyberpunk
and
2077.
So
and
you're making your
answer
your
was
populace-
crazy.
You're making your populace.
We're ascending.
They're becoming
You're-
cyborgs.
You're going into cyborg technology.
Yes,
Oh.
that way we don't need agriculture and healthcare anymore. We could just remove that out of the equation.
Wouldn't it be
And
Wouldn't it
That
be
would take a
healthcare
long
and
time
education
to
then?
kick in. Yeah, but that would take quite some time to kick in. Like now that you have a grown population of 300,000.
Well, like that's
Well,
the
just
thing,
make it
though.
mandatory.
Throwing money into education and military is very versatile within the subjects. Like you have to keep in mind that if you're throwing money into the military, there are how do I say, medical training in the military in of itself.
You know,
yes, but that's only for battlefield purposes.
most breakthroughs in technology come from military spending during times of war.
Yep.
Forced innovation.
Also, what are some new ideologies or policies that you would invoke on your space colony?
I
Now
mean,
that you
I already answered with the cybernetic enhancements.
Yeah,
Well-
the policy is mandatory cybernetics.
so you're going
I mean,
for mandatory
it's not
cybernetics.
mandatory. It's either you ascend or leave the colony because we're not going to have food in a couple years.
Yeah, that's mandatory. There's no
But
other
they can
choice.
leave. They can leave before they starve.
Yeah, but then they're not part of the colony anymore. It's
okay,
they
I
don't care
see.
about them.
Yeah, then they're part of my colony.
Oh my
So-
god.
So, because the hypothetical will change on the next phase, but so you would make a law or an act that everyone would need to be cybernetically
I'm
enhanced.
going to notify them. I was like, hey, we're going robo. We're going robo, guys. It's either you guys ascend to the next level or you guys might
Okay.
want to leave because
This is
Okay.
there's
planned
not going to be any more
obsolescence.
food.
This
have
is
a
planned
I
obsolescence.
have a
getting
question
really
here.
interesting. I like.
have a question.
Okay, so I you know what I like what I'm hearing.
I have a question
But-
here.
There will be issues along the way with that.
I have a question here. So, Arachno, you do know that just because they're going to be cybernetically enhanced, they're still going to need food, right?
Not if
Not
we
necessarily.
prioritize automating the digestive system.
Right. That's what Addy was. That's what Arachno was going for. So that way there would be no need for eating. So therefore, agriculture is useless to Arachno's colony.
Sure.
Cyborgs eat food.
Cyborg. So
Cyborg
cyborg.
too. Yeah.
No, no,
But if you
the
replace
cyborg-
the stomach with something else, then you don't need it. Yeah.
Well,
then
no.
you're
Here's the thing.
effectively
I mean, you can make
you're
the argument
basically
that since they're-
transitioning yourself into a robot at that point. Then
yes,
Yes.
that's the point.
Yeah.
Yes. Cyborg is the
that's
middle
ridiculous.
That's fine.
Point. Cyber
You can find they're
brains.
ridiculous.
Well, remember, whatever you guys come up with your answers, there's going to be a little bit of changes in the hypothetical, but but that's
do have
that's
mine
really
now.
interesting. That's really interesting right now. I mean, I see where you're going now with that. Actually, I mean, if you do that, it does eliminate the need for other things. So
And all she would need at that point is just the sun for power. That's it.
yeah, well,
Then you're in
that's
space.
already unlimited amount. You're in space already.
Exactly.
It's a
So
shame if there wasn't the sun anymore.
Oh no, he's
I
up
got-
to no good.
I got mine all figured out. Loki, you're the pirate king, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well you're gonna love mine then.
Let's go.
Okay, wait. Before we get to that, Inari, you're next. Same question to you.
Oh, he's still here.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I haven't heard him in a while.
Cold-blooded.
Inari, are you alive?
Nah,
He's
he
not
dead.
here.
Okay, so he died. Okay.
Oh.
Okay,
Sad
Vin,
that
you're
you're
next.
dead.
What's the question? Because I
Oh
kind of
my
I
god!
tune
Oh
out.
my
I've been
crap.
this is going on for a very long time. I've been tuning out.
Oh,
dare
okay.
you.
I'm sorry. So you have an increase in population in your hypothetical space colony. So let's say it increased to 300,000 people. Now you can. What are some new policies and ideologies that you would enforce to your populace? And out of the things I name here, you can only choose two. And what would be your two primary focuses in this second phase, which is agriculture, infrastructure, military, healthcare, or education? You can only choose 2.
MedTech and R&D.
Research and development
MedTech.
and medical. Okay. So that would be your primary 2 focuses for the second phase?
Yep.
Okay.
Improving space travel and improving medical tech.
How about you, Tomo?
So, we are going with infrastructure and healthcare because we got to keep everything running, you know. But here's the thing: remember earlier, and I said we're going feudal, right?
Right.
Mech Warrior universe based. We're going Canopus, baby.
I don't know what that means.
That means we are sex, drugs, and rock and roll at all times.
Okay, hold on. I might join up with Tomo.
No, it gets better. It gets better, right? So I'm the place that you come to spend your ill-gotten goods.
Hey, yo.
Also, keep in mind, and in terms of, you know, policy and law changes, obviously, you know, as a hedonistic society, we're going to have a couple lawbreakers. So we're going to, you know, have some, you know, decent police forces. Nothing crazy. We're not doing like LA or NYPD, but, you know, enough to keep the peace. And we are open to all. So immigration, huge. We have a big population already. We're going to have some of yours too, since you're kicking them all out. So they all have a place to go. And that means I'll have more manpower to do pretty much everything.
Wait, who's kicking out their immigrants?
Yeah.
So for example, the people who don't want to be cyborgs, or the people who don't want to follow the you know, rad chick work or die guy. You never know. There's plenty.
Well, they kind of don't have a choice to leave. He's just gonna kill them.
Yeah, it's pretty
okay.
simple.
Oh, Goku.
No, it's okay. I'll send regular relief shuttles. But yeah, you know, it'll go pretty good. Also, I don't know if you know this, Canopus has cat girls.
Hold on.
Loki's already sold on you.
Hold on.
I knew he would be. So
are you going to
you were
forgo
planning
your
for that.
pirate's ways just to join his?
Well, he doesn't have to join. He can just visit. It's open. We have open borders.
Dude, I gotta do some stuff with the stuff I'm not gonna use.
Yeah, and yeah. So
it's like Nar Shaddaa.
Technically,
he's wooing me in
like
so I don't
Shaddaa.
pirate his stuff, and it's working.
Yeah, we just make everyone like us. Dude, that's what Canopus is all about. That makes perfect sense. But yeah, it's great. By the way, the cat girl thing, canon in Mech Warrior for Canopus. It's either a mutation trait or cybernetic. They have also apparently made cybernetic mermaids and centaurs at one point or another. So, you know, we got that going for us. That's something we could research at some point down the line.
You guys ready for the almighty phase 3?
He doesn't even care what I'm gonna pick. He just knows I'm gonna steal from other people.
All right. So based on some of your answers to the hypothetical, each one of you will have a slightly different scenario than the other. I'll start with Arachno. Now, you said that you want to do cybernetics on your own populace. Remember that, if you recall, that I said that there's going to be different religious and cultured people.
Sure.
You did give the notice to those people, so there's going to be I would say a good 32% of your population will leave of your mandate. What would be some things that you can do to encourage the idea of cybernetics to these people that want to leave? And if you do not want to encourage, what would you do to increase your population, since there'll be a decline?
Simple. Resort to cloning. Cloning and more robots.
So you're going more into the R&D field is your new focus for phase 3?
What do you mean by R&D?
Research and
Research and
development.
development.
So if you're going to start with cloning, you're going to have to do a lot of research and development. Same thing with
We're
the
always
cybernetics.
researching and development.
What happened?
We're always researching and developing. Yes.
Okay. So from what I'm getting at, your colony is more, you know, discovery and researching and science. If
Yes.
I'm not okay. So you're going to resort to cloning the people that do remain, is what you're going to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
how would you?
assuming I'm
Yeah.
assuming that the people that are the few people that agree to, ascend are already like smart enough to think, yeah, we're going to have to find a way to make up for the cost. So I'm assuming to some degree they'd be okay with either making more robots or cloning in some aspect.
Right. Yeah. That's why. Like, not everyone is leaving. There's going to be some people that will agree to your policies and ideologies.
So the
I have a
smartest thing to
question.
do is to clone.
I have a question. Why don't they just reproduce?
I mean, that is an option. But we're talking about making up for the cost. Sure, reproduction is an option. But if Loki's pirate ships are just around the corner, we don't have enough time, then the next step is cloning.
Oh, well, I'm glad you didn't forget that, because there's another part to my hypothetical to you. So Loki, the Pirate King, has raided your colony. What type of military force would you use to thwart Loki and his pirate gang? He has a
Safe
pirate
robots.
gang of 150,000 and a just a standard ship.
I mean,
yeah.
you have
ahead.
to keep in mind that since the beginning, I have been making military robots, so I should probably have a significant amount of military robot, especially in the second phase. Since I put money into military, I should have a significant robot army at this point.
What kind of robots are we talking about? Can you give us a in-depth?
I mean,
I think she's talking about like T-1000s.
Oh my god, like the Terminators?
Yeah.
probably.
Huh. That's
So yeah,
actually
we're chilling.
That's
I might-
absolutely terrifying. I'm really afraid to see what your colony develops into.
I might have just put that idea into her head, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Rin, phase 3. Your population has doubled from 300,000 to 1,400,000. I would give you the positives based on your previous answers, that your business has been booming. So you are richer than all the other colonists that are in this room right now. What would be your new focus now that you have the funds? Would you focus on infrastructure and military, or are you still going to go the R&D route and more medical?
Oh, we're still gonna keep the R&D going, but now we have a new priority. We're gonna add expansion to the list of priorities now. Expansion and weapon tech.
What do you mean by expansion?
Oh, we're gonna build more colonies.
Oh, you're going to build more colonies.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't think anyone else here has thought of that yet, actually. And you're still going to be doing more and more research and development. So nothing with military.
Oh yeah. Oh well, military is part of the R&D. We're gonna be manufacturing better ship parts, better weapon parts.
Okay. Any
The
new
idea
laws?
is like we'll be selling ships.
Any new laws and policies for your bigger population?
New laws and policy.
Now, mind you, now that you have a bigger population, there is a bit of rise in crime rate in your own space colony.
Oh well, that's a funny thing about how I intend to deal with crime.
He shoots them into space.
No. You do the crime, you lose your salary for a good while. You lose one, you forfeit your stipend forever, and you also lose pay. So good
Wow.
luck surviving without money. Like at this point we will absolutely have like some kind of like ID, like imprinted ID chip cards or whatever to ID people, everybody. SIDS or whatever, and we're just gonna cut off your money.
You're not gonna
Yeah.
throw them in like jails or jettison them in outer space and let them die.
Don't see a need to.
Hmm.
I mean, if you can't spend money on the colony, you can't buy anything. So now your only real option is to do some salvage work and hopefully pick up some scraps.
Okay.
No one's gonna want to live like that.
And just so for your hypothetical, just know you're the biggest when it comes to the economy. You're now the number one leading.
Economy,
Okay.
schmonomy.
Okay, so we'll go to Tomo.
Hello.
So just like Rin, you had a double in your population on your space colony. Since your focus from the start has been agriculture, assuming that you're also doing R&D.
Mm-hmm.
What will be your new primary focus now that you have 1,400,000 in population count on your space colony? Now, mind you, there will also be unrest and religious unrest on your colony. How would you fix that? What would be ways to relieve the tensions?
Well, education is first and foremost. Definitely doing education. The military spending is there, but we don't really care about having a military so much. It's more of a we have it just because we need it. It is a necessary evil, but it's small and not super well funded, just enough funding to be a basic functioning military. But education, because everyone knows proper education, proper standardized education that values people's ability to think freely and to like actually be creative and learn and explore is the way to go. And you know what? Honestly, there's like you may say there's religious unrest, but I mean we welcome every group. We're not shunning them. They're welcomed as a part of the society as well as anyone else. As long as they don't, break the law. Which they might.
What would
No
you
big
do
deal.
if they break the law?
Simple. They go to prison and they either serve time or work off their debts and fines. And then they're right back out. That's it. They can keep doing it if they want to, and then they'll just wind up back there again.
Interesting.
We have money. It's a hedonistic society. People spend on whatever their vices.
Oh, I was going to
whatever vice
say
they
your
want.
economy is booming as well, but you're second behind Rin.
Oh, that's fine.
Hmm.
You're telling me Loki isn't in first in economy since he's literally just taking everyone's money, and I'm getting some of it.
I'm actually going to get to him. You'll see what happens.
Okay. Oh boy. I mean, that's pretty much it for me.
How about you, Gemini? Your population. I actually kind of forgot what you said on the third
Terrible.
phase.
Shame.
On the third phase, I said that we were focusing on more agriculture and
Medical.
medical. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in a similar sense to Tomo and Ren, your population has also doubled in size. I would say around the millions as well. How would you deal with your civil unrest and religious unrest on your space colony?
There's unrest on my colony.
Yes.
What happens for there to be unrest?
Well, remember, you're getting people from Earth from different walks of life. Let's say that they don't agree with each other on your own space colony. So there'll be some form of religious unrest and differences in political stances, I would say.
Okay. I would say that's the thing with the space colonies. I feel like how would I deal with the unrest if I was in some type of power with this thingamabob? Okay. I would address it, and
How would you address it?
basically tell the people that are actually still there that we're all focused on the same thing, and to not let petty, and I know it may not be petty to them, but things that are meant to be divisive divide what is, what brought us here in the first place. The thing that, because in the beginning we came there for a cause. We made something for a cause. We shouldn't be squabbling and putting that to, like, dissidence or shame or anything like that. We should always remember why we are there in the first place. You know, if you can't get over, let's say I have someone who's Muslim on my colony and someone who's Jewish on my colony. They can not like each other, but if someone's committing murder, I'm sorry, going to I'm going to get rid of them.
Then he
We
proceeds
can't
to
have.
shoot them
Okay,
into
so we're
space.
getting somewhere interesting. So how would you get rid of them?
Shoots them
I
into
already
space.
told you. I'm not wasting money on jails or prisons. It's not. It. It's not needed. You're either there for the cause or you're not there for the cause.
So you'll kill them.
You shoot him into space?
You shoot him into space.
No,
Why
I'm
didn't you shoot
not.
him
No,
into
I'm not.
space?
I think you
Why?
should shoot
Why?
them in
Why
space.
not? Why not?
We all agree.
Why not?
Oh, see
I
you,
think you should
hands.
shoot him in his face.
Hands,
Okay,
everybody.
Why not?
unironically,
Why
Okay,
not?
1, 2, 3.
Why not? It doesn't cost any money to do it. You don't have to put on a public execution for it. You're literally just saying, okay, you did something wrong here. You know that it went against the status quo here. Here you go.
Into space.
And then people learn how to get along. Is that it? It's that simple.
All right, Loki, this one's for you.
Ah!
Out of everyone that spoke here, who's the one you're going to raid from?
Huh?
Who are you? Whose colony are you going to raid? You are a pirate king, aren't you?
Do it.
Hold on, I'm cooking.
I'm cooking.
You're not raiding for me. I'll trade
Are
with
you
you.
cooking or are you cooking?
Are you making
Yeah,
a
but
craft
I don't
meal?
need to trade if I just take it.
No, but I'll give you good discounts.
Yeah, but I don't need a discount if I just like.
Gemini is gonna like shoot you with his cannon filled with like people he's shooting into space.
Yo.
What are you talking about? You don't have. No, I wouldn't
Dude,
be able to
to the
have.
moon.
You're assuming that I have a cannon of dead bodies that I just shoot into space? Like,
Well, no, it's not filled with dead bodies. I'm imagining that you're just doing it
I
one
might
at a
be
time.
very well
Wait,
alive.
so Gemini, are you gonna go the cannibalism route? Would you eat your people that don't agree with you?
I would.
no,
Why
that's
not?
barbaric.
Why not?
That's even more effective. You don't let it go to waste.
No,
Yeah, it's free meat.
True.
No.
Fertilizer, right?
I think
no,
think
because
Gemini.
if my colony among everybody here is one of the most agriculturally sound, then we don't have to worry about food.
So I'm waiting patiently on Arachno because
How would you go on about raiding Arachno's colony? There you go.
I don't have to. I'm waiting on that. Things are.
You're already.
You're
already in there.
I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Hold on. Let
Don't push
him cook. That'll come later. Stuff is happening over there. What?
All right.
I will have to say,
I
I
got
think
told to not give
Arachno's
up.
colony is the most military advanced with the cybernetics and the robots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
that's
be
why there's stuff
terrified.
going on over there.
He's sizing me up.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's not
what
the
if
only
the
thing.
what if he shoots the robots into outer space?
Arachno, what if your people hail you as the empress of your colony? Would you start your own dictatorship?
We don't do gods around here. Our god is science.
Your god is gonna be me.
Science.
Oh, so you're more like a hive collective, like a hive mind.
It's a
No,
technocracy.
we're just a bunch of nerds that really like cybernetics.
It's a technocracy.
We're just a bunch of guys in a lab coat. It's like we're in the science lab cooking.
Technocracy.
And and there's probably like some nerd in the corner like having sex with his clone as we speak.
Yeah, that's
That is
That's
kind
me.
of disgusting.
No, it isn't. It's a clone. It's not technically
Yeah.
incest.
Wait.
But wouldn't that be incest if you have sex with your own self?
It's your.
I mean,
Oh.
it's a clone.
It's a separate body.
Oh my
You
god, we're
can't-
gonna derail into a
you can't-
debate.
Wait.
can't
It's a
reproduce
clone
your
from a
clone.
different zip code.
You can't reproduce with your clone. You can just make your clone go away and then bring it back, and it's not pregnant anymore.
It's
Think about it.
Oh, and
I
by
would
the way,
say-
I failed to mention that Loki has acquired nuclear bombs.
Whoa!
Of course he has.
Of course. Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right.
Huh?
Where did he get the nuclear bombs? From who? From
He
who?
Someone
stole them.
He stole them from a military shipment from outer space.
Wow.
From
Bye,
your
This may
guys.
be this may be
Okay.
controversial, but I'm okay with using nukes in space fights.
You're okay with using nukes in space fights?
Dude,
Yeah,
all
why
things go. I'm a pirate.
Wait, doesn't he have
yeah,
mechs
it's
too?
not like a planet.
He's got like mechs
it's not
and he's
like
got
a planet.
nukes. We're screwed.
And he
Okay,
has a
but-
fleet.
He's got a fleet.
Bruh.
I mean, I should
What?
have a fleet.
I like Rin will have a pretty strong military, so with Tomo and Arachno. I'm
I
not
don't
so
know.
sure how
There's-
Gemini's military is.
Yeah, those cyborgs. I don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
just
I'm
letting
sure-
you
for
know,
one, I
I've
would
been
be
work-
terrified of Arachno's colony.
Oh my god.
we've been working on our military since phase 1.
Got T2 over there. We're doomed.
Here.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
You can aim for me first, but it's not a wise decision.
No, I don't think it's a wise decision to attack Arachno.
God. It's gonna go, where's John? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Well,
And a bunch
okay,
of like
for-
nerds in Terminator with lab coats come out.
Oh my god, we're screwed.
Are you
Okay,
Sarah
so-
Connor?
Are you guys ready?
My space colony is essentially going to be the Institute from Fallout.
Nice.
So it's gonna be
That's
stupid.
amazing. That's amazing. In some part way, I actually agree with Arachno's colony building. I think it's absolutely terrifying, but I would love to see where it goes.
She has one fatal flaw though,
It's you.
and
Yeah.
a singular EMP.
Hey, Loki.
Ooh.
Or a nuke, because aren't you still somewhat human?
Hey, Loki.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
I
radiation.
mean, I'm assuming if we're prioritizing ascension to cybernetics, if we didn't want like full blown automation, I'm assuming the brain is still organic.
But since you're cybernetic, wouldn't you have like some kind of
Yeah.
shielding for the brain?
Full Ghost in the Shell, titanium
I
brain.
mean,
case,
I'm-
full cybernetic bodies.
I mean the end game is to essentially how do I say this? Upload our consciousness into like some sort of cloud so that we can switch from vessel to vessel.
Oh no, Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, go full.
What?
Yeah, full
Hey,
Ghost in the
I'm
Shell.
a Motoko Kusanagi simp.
I
Like,
called
why
that
are you
way
surprised?
earlier.
Why are you surprised?
No, I didn't think you were actually heading there, but this is actually really impressive.
We're gonna carbon this bitch.
I literally said Cyberbrain so long ago.
Yeah, well, it wasn't important when you said it. Now it is.
Got him.
True.
But if I knew that, you know, a space, like a pirate colony is after my civilization, well, since we already removed a lot of, you know, basic human necessities, we can try to go to deep inside a planet that's inhabitable to humans.
I swear to God, if you're making Skynet and Matrix together in your colony, I'm gonna be
Oh,
absolutely
that sounds
terrified.
badass.
Well,
No.
now
Wait,
you give me
no.
the idea.
The idea that Skynet and Matrix combined.
But I
is
will say
terrifying.
this. I will say this. Once we're safe from Loki and we actually have like a state of stability, we're gonna make the most bitchin' ass video games, dude.
Listen. You
All
can
right.
be perfectly safe. Just pull a Tomo and make cat girls.
Hey Loki, I have a.
We
I have a
will
deal-
we
I
will
have a deal for
serve
you.
you.
Ah,
What?
I'll sell you weapons if you don't raid me.
sell me weapons.
He
Yeah,
could just
everyone's
steal your weapons. Why
But
would
wouldn't-
why is
wouldn't-
everybody offering to trade or sell stuff when he's
you
the
guys
whole
just
goal is
made
to
Loki
steal?
into the biggest
Pirate.
warlord in space.
No, I'll give him. I'll give him fresh new prototypes.
I'll give him fresh food and healthcare.
But he
Oh,
could just steal it.
healthcare.
You're
He
just
could just
scared.
But that healthcare,
I
yo.
mean, yeah, he could steal it, but if I'm just gonna offer it to him anyway, why steal it?
Exactly.
he's
Well, I'm already terrified of Arachno's colony, but now, Rin, you're starting to act like the Trade Federation. And right now, Loki, you are the biggest warlord in space.
Dude, I'm just sitting around and there's fucking the Dio things around me. Everyone's scared.
I will offer Loki, weapons, supplies, ships, whatever he wants. If he can, hurt the competition.
Rude.
Yeah, that's how I feel. And to answer your earlier question, Ukami, since in the first phase, my military, we focused on military very basically, but we were focusing on fleets
agriculture
and no, well, yes, we were focusing on agriculture and technology, but also
oh,
in
you
the
said
second,
medical.
yes, that came later.
Okay.
But okay, so in the first phase, we were focusing on military. We also focused on agriculture and technology. So I would imagine about this time when all of this is going on, when I told you about like Empire type fleets from Star Wars, and
It'll take you a while to build a lot of those, but I can see you building one full
yeah,
one.
and some mechs, but that would be about it.
All right, so here's the very final phase before I go back to our
Wait,
regular
right before you go. Hey Ren, do you have any EMPs?
Damn.
How many? How many you want?
Okay, hold on, let me cook. Everyone's screwed.
What?
I don't know. I don't like where this is going.
And Goku, while Loki's figuring that out, what colony would you settle in out of everyone that's spoken here?
Do you know the right answer?
I can give you vegan things.
Damn, vegan.
I'm going to
things.
be quite honest with you. What I would choose, and I actually would choose Arachno's colony.
You want
Okay.
vegan?
I will say this
Got
because
you
I'm
endless
going to
meat
mention this. I told you, if Loki is heading for my colony, the first thing I'm going to do is find an inhabitable planet that's inhabitable towards humans and dig deep into the earth. So that even if you shoot EMPs and nuclear powers, it'll be useless unless you actually go into the planet.
Okay, Ukami, how many nukes does Loki have?
Nukes would create a hole.
Loki
Eventually.
will have
As many
about
as I sold him.
Oh my god.
And he keeps reducing them, and I don't have to do anything.
well, I would say the first nukes that he stole, he would already have 50 of them.
50.
Okay,
Plus
yeah,
the-
that hole is not going to keep you safe for very long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot
mean-
of nukes.
I think you guys
It
are
depends on how
severely
deep the hole
underestimating
is.
What are these H bombs or what?
How much mass is in a planet?
Thank you.
If we're going by sci-fi standards,
Atom bombs?
Who's Adam?
Well,
He bombs though.
and
Sweet.
Tomo, I meant more like the cylinder space colonies, not on a planet.
No, I'm aware, but Arachno's gonna burrow into a planet.
Yeah,
as
we're going
defense.
to burrow into a planet
Mars?
that's inhabitable by humans.
Oh,
It
are
could be
you actually
Mars.
going? Are you actually going to like inhabit like Mars? Would that be part of your?
Like, yeah, like any planet where it would be difficult for humans to survive on, that's what we're going to go
Which is
towards
all of them.
and
all of
bury
them.
into the earth.
Yo, I'm
So
really
that-
scared of Arachno's colony, but I'm
So
like,
that-
I'm also
You're-
like, highly respecting this. Holy crap!
So that even if he were to shoot bombs and nuclear EMPs, he's only going to hit the surface.
This is making this really hard to choose.
Well, I like if I were to choose like, oh man, it's actually really hard to choose, but it would have to be either Arachno, Rin, or Tomo. But I think I would go with
Okay.
Arachno.
Okay.
I'm definitely
Hey,
with
Goku,
Loki.
I have tacos.
I'm definitely with Loki.
Mans wants
we
to
could
be a
steal.
cyborg.
We could steal whatever we want. You guys got anything like that? Saying you're offered to we just take it, or you get nuked.
Except for Tomo, he's my friend.
Yeah, Tomo.
He
has-
God, well,
he
you
has
can't
a-
nuke
he-
God.
He's got cat girls.
He can't nuke.
But here's the final phase for all of you. It's just a simple question. Who here? Like, okay, so which colonists would you align with here on this podcast? And
Ren.
who would be your enemy? You can only choose one ally and one enemy.
Who would be my
Ren.
ally? Who would be my enemy?
Do I
Yes.
have to choose an enemy?
Loki would be my ally. Tomo would be my.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah, I actually was not expecting that.
I would take God. Take God
I
with
see
me.
Tomo as my biggest competition, so he has to be my enemy.
Rin would be my ally.
And definitely Ren.
Uh,
Me and God would go take out Ren.
I sadly feel the same way about Tomo.
Why do you guys see Tomo as a threat?
Damn.
He's
Because
not like an evil person. He's just a financial threat.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
How does anything I do impact you guys?
Because you're the only one who's not like fuck off and do their own thing.
What do you mean? How like genuinely?
my-
How do I impact you?
Are you not also, manufacturing things to sell?
Yeah, vices.
Yeah,
Me?
exactly.
not bad.
What do you? What? How is that a problem?
Because it's
I
something
s-
I'm not producing.
If you're not producing it and you destroy me, you're not producing it, and your people get pissed because they don't have vices.
That's fine.
Yeah, completely fine because our
You just
colonies
buy
aren't
it
about
from
that.
me. You just buy it from me. That's how it works.
Or I can take
That's-
you over and then, you can keep doing what you do, but now, I get a cut.
No.
Yeah, see, he's in my enemy.
Arachno, how about you? Who's your ally? and who's your enemy?
Killing. Well, as I said, if I were to ever reach a level of stability, like I don't know, like after Loki gets tired shooting EMPs and nuclear bombs on the surface of my planet and leave, the next thing we're finally going to emphasize is soft power.
What's soft power?
What?
It's power that's not hard.
Such as what is it?
I was going to say that to it.
We will probably while also continuing our research and development, create inventions that are also, how do I say this? Let's see. Catch the eye of other colonies. So, like, for instance, we're gonna make the most banging ass alternate reality video games. And
they're gonna make Sword Art Online.
In
Yeah.
outer space.
No, you're forgetting that's already my territory. Technically speaking.
So
my
there you go.
my graphics cards are gonna be better than yours.
Well,
Oh.
There
that's
you go,
because I'm
Rack.
not.
No,
I'm
you
not.
already have an enemy.
I don't
in
make
Tomo.
the hardware. I make the software. It's a collaborative effort.
Okay, we can ally. I make the hardware. You make the software.
Ah, so we found your ally.
Cyborgs cyborgs have vices too. Okay, we've all seen Futurama. They have juice bars. Get
We don't
zapped.
we don't eat anymore.
Yeah, it's
Cyborgs
not
have
food. It's
oil.
electrical zaps.
Hey, what's vices
What are you
mean?
talking about, Tomo?
You've seen Futurama, you know.
They like alcohol.
Loki's asking what vices mean.
Yeah.
Things that
Think of your
hold on, I need to-
cardinal sins.
yeah,
Bad
The
habits?
things that you want.
you know how some people just like, man, I just got off work. You know what would make me feel really good right now? A cigarette.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cigarettes are a vice. Drinking is a vice.
Smite's a vice.
Drugs is a vice.
I mean, I'm assuming since my people no longer have vices such as eating or drinking,
They'll
most
develop
of
other ones.
Eating and drinking a vice?
I would assume that most of my people are going to be chronically online and or very into video games.
Mm-hmm.
They'll
Or
be
strategically
addicted
placed
to-
shocks.
They'll be addicted to like these USB hard drives that give them shocks. That'll be the equivalent to like heroin shots.
True.
That's
Like they
hard.
electrocute themselves. It's like, oh, I electrocute myself to be alive. Cool.
Yeah.
By the way, vices are most commonly referred to by the 7 deadly sins: greed, anger, lust, envy, gluttony, pride, and sloth.
Yes.
Usually,
The anime?
lust, envy, and like greed,
Pretty
lust.
good anime.
Yeah.
Well, since we're going to have like a bunch of bioengineering technology, we could make a holographic system so that to sell to Tomo so that his I don't know, in their hedonistic binges they could shapeshift into anything they want.
I mean, yeah. We
So
already
yeah,
have
there's a
tech
lot
laws,
of
so we don't need
device
that.
ideas to try to go back into commerce once again Loki stops bombing the surface of my planet.
Okay.
I get really determined with things.
So
You might have the
So
One
I'm-
Piece.
So what I'm getting from this is Loki's your enemy, Tomo's your ally.
I mean, so far I'm negotiating with both Goku and Tomo.
Why not me?
What do you got to offer?
What do you want?
Goku's offering me software, and Tomo's offering me trade.
Advanced weapons and ship parts, and also advanced medical tech.
Okay, look at
Hey,
me.
wait,
Do you
those are
think I
mine.
need that? Do you really think I
those
need
are
that?
mine.
We steal everything.
Well, it depends. You want to be a little bitch and get your ass handed to you by Loki?
Damn.
Listen, listen.
But
I
Wagner
have
has
two
an
words
entire
for you
planet.
for Loki's EMPs, and that's concrete and
Oh,
foil.
no. Those are my EMPs that I sold to Loki. Let's get it straight. Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
wait. Hold on. Are you saying that if I were to make an allyship with you, you would stop selling him EMPs?
He possibly could, yeah.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Well, there you go. Then fuck you.
Damn. He's gotta make that money.
He's being the merchant of death here, selling to both sides.
I mean, I could sell you EMPs too.
What's it gonna do?
Yeah,
to me?
sure. Send
You are
EMPs to
such
me.
a
Yeah.
merchant of death.
Wait, are you saying? Okay, wait. Are you offering to sell EMPs to me, to my people?
What else you
Yeah.
got?
Have you seen my people? Look at
Yeah,
them.
why
Why would they
not?
hold an EMP?
You wouldn't use it on yourselves, duh.
No, you would throw it to the things that you're trying to get
As
offline,
I
not
said,
yourselves.
so far. Wait. How many can we choose in terms of allyship?
Just one.
One of each.
No, one of each.
Yeah.
One ally,
Well, I'm assuming that if I want a leverage when it comes to soft power, Goku's the best option.
I just want you to know he has a volcano planet.
Yeah,
So
just throwing that
Oh
out
shit! I
there.
forgot about
Like
that
the Kennedy-
Yeah,
volcano.
that's
You know
sorry
what?
about that.
You know what?
Yeah, but that's
This
just to
is
send
hard.
people
This
out
is
in outer
actually
space.
hard.
That's just to
Because
send
I'm
them
not gonna
out.
lie, Goku. That volcano was really bad for PR.
Yeah, we can disguise it. We can put flowers on the
You're gonna
outside.
put flowers
His
around
whole
it.
We
colony.
can start like a
Disguise it
whole
with
like
flowers.
growing up some good like
I mean, I
greens
feel
around
like-
it.
I feel like, listen, for most aspects, my colony is good, except for when it comes to soft power and trade. And I feel like since Tomo's the strongest when it comes to soft power and trade, it would be the most logical step to try to commence an allyship with him.
Hey Loki, you ready?
Huh.
I see your
It's just
logic.
ready to bomb their
Alright.
asses.
Okay.
But you also have to be careful because Loki does go to Tomo's space colony.
Yeah. Well, if you need to drop off some people, I got that volcano. Just let me know.
Okay,
Make it
Goku.
happen.
Goku. Your colony doesn't
Oh,
make any sense.
I know.
You disregarded the 250,000.
No, we
I
took
think
care of them.
either your people developed some kind of suit to like withstand the intense heat on your volcano planet.
Yeah, we got technology and software.
No. See, like apparently reproduction doesn't happen on your colony. The babies are just born on the colony, and they're implanted a chip.
Yep.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
No, I mean
Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing on mine. When you're born, you get a chip implanted in
Yeah,
your hand,
it's
and that's going to
simple.
be your ID. It's how you get around our,
Yeah, you got
Okay,
credit.
Futurama.
It's a credit system too.
yes. You need it to open door. You need it to open doors.
Yep.
Okay, Futurama. But like, look at the ethical terms of that.
Fuck that.
I'm agreeing with that.
Look at the ethical terms of that, of how having a baby born without any parents and just mass producing humans.
Oh, he's going the Quinari route. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
how I
that's what
imagine.
that's what I took from Goku.
He's going to be birthing babies in tubes like the Matrix.
Yep.
Yes,
I,
and then
I'm gonna say it now. I feel safe on Addie's colony.
I mean, compared to Volcano,
I know. There's not much going on over here. Nothing to see.
I mean, well, specifically, let me correct that. The flower-covered volcano where people just, I don't know, sing "Ring Around the Rosie" as they throw someone into it.
We don't do that.
Wait. Hold
It's a
on.
whole,
I just remembered this.
It's a
Areco,
ceremony.
so does that mean with your cybernetic enhancements, doesn't that mean you get rid of, your people's sexual urges?
Mm,
Well, not necessarily.
yeah, not really.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
They can
I would
still,
think so.
They can still,
I
they
mean-
can still snoo.
yeah, robot sex, dude.
Not if the end goal is transitioning them fully into a robot.
Yeah, you can.
Robots cannot have sex.
That is a fucking lie. You know it.
No, it's not.
Tell that
Robots
to a
have
vibrator.
no-
Tell that to all the sex robots we have.
We do not have sex robots. We have sex dolls. We don't have sex robots.
What
No.
is
Do we not have sex robots?
What's the difference?
Like
sex
women
robots.
I know a band
act-
called Sex Robots.
What? There's a band called Sex Robots? That I don't doubt. Okay,
If I build
but
a doll and I go ahead and I program it to be able to, simulate enjoying sex, then is that not a sex robot?
That would technically be a sex robot, yes, but it's
absolutely
still
it is.
only programmed to a certain extent.
Okay, let me
Okay,
give
but
this
it's
to you.
not-
Okay, let's just say
what Arachno's trying to do is she's trying to make humans into robots
cyborgs.
and no.
Fembots?
It's cyborg
No,
is
actual
if
robots.
Oh, wait,
Bioroids.
she didn't say actual
yes.
No,
robots?
she's turning them into
Yes.
bioroids.
Bioroids?
Yes.
Oh, she's going that route. Oh, then yeah,
Yes.
they absolutely can.
Wait, no, not
No.
bioroids. Bioroids actually need food. No, they're robots. Robots
No.
with cyber brains.
Wait, are they bioroids or not?
No, because
They're not.
bioroids would imply that they're organic, which they're
Yeah.
not.
All right,
Yeah,
so
she's
we're
taking the
talking.
organic part out, other than
Okay,
their
so
brain.
we're talking about.
No.
full-
She's replacing the brain too. They're cyber brains.
Yeah.
Organic brains
Yes.
would still
The
need
end
nutrients to
game-
survive.
the
If we're
end
talking
game.
about full like Ghost in the Shell, full cyborg. Yeah, they can still have sex.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be cyborgs at that point if they didn't have human parts with them.
I mean,
Correct.
if Arachno builds like a special matrix network, they can cyber sex.
I mean, you could just
True.
physically give them parts.
Yeah.
They're robots. You could just give them parts. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Give them sensors. You're good to go.
yeah, exactly.
but then they can feel pain.
Yeah.
No, you can also choose to not let them feel pain.
Yeah,
Oh,
Exactly. You can give like a parameter during pain. Like at war times, the pain parameters are removed, and at peacetime, just so you can feel like a little tingle or something, you can enable the pain parameters again.
Okay.
But,
But they
like,
have a GPIO like out?
No,
Damn.
Yeah,
too simple.
Yet somehow I'm ethically in the wrong with my colony. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're just murdering people. That's why.
No, I'm not.
You're
I'm not just
Okay. I think Gemini, like, unironically, like, we were kind of like tying the whole shooting into space thing, but I think what he
Yeah.
really meant was that he would exile them.
Forcibly out the airlock.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay, never mind. I was
forcibly.
trying
You
to
said
be
forcibly.
good game with you. Forget what I said then.
No.
This is so pretty
No.
much.
No,
I was trying to be good game with you, dude.
I mean, Gemini, I can't disagree with you. You're trying to survive. So if you're eating your own people, I mean, it's
I don't
free
think he
meat.
No.
said- I don't think he said eating
No.
them. I think
No.
he-
No, that was what you said, Dave. You were including the cannibalism.
No.
No.
You never know. Oh,
Said
Wait,
I
hold
don't
on,
know,
so
you
Gemini-
know,
Gemini-
forcing them.
there's some crazy people out there.
Wait, so
Why-
Gemini, you are literally talking about like shooting people out of airlocks into space?
I don't see why that's a problem.
But you
No,
don't
so
see
he's
that as
joining the
murder?
Goku ROM with the volcano, except like
No.
Goku has like a.
Goku's volcano planet is starting to seem more less hostile to me.
We only do it to the
How?
bad
He's
people.
doing the same thing.
No, it's just the bad people. They're lazy people.
That's what I'm
I mean,
doing.
I agree with Gemini. It's basically the same thing. The only difference is that Goku has flowers on his.
Yeah, mine's cool
Space
looking.
suit.
Mine's cool
It's
looking.
basically the same thing. I'm just doing it so that we don't have to have prisons or anything that is taking away the
Yeah, you
cost
gotta
of
save the money.
my
That's-
fucking colony.
Yeah,
That is so ironically hilarious. It was like saying,
I really
you know what?
agree.
Prisons
Like,
are
what's the
horrible and
difference?
immoral.
Just
Do you
send
at
them
least have
out.
a court system before you jettison them in dark space?
What is
Yeah,
that? What did you
Of
say?
course.
What's
A
the question?
court system, yeah.
Like
Yeah, they go
like
to the
a
court.
court
Yeah, they
system,
go
like
up to their jury. Yeah. Then we
like a
shoot them
jury
out.
system of some sort.
Yeah, then we shoot them out.
Uh,
No matter what they say.
I don't. There's always there is a government system, yeah, obviously, but we're not going to make it into a huge execution spectacle. That costs money.
Yeah.
We don't
you're
have the
right.
funding for that.
No,
You're
but
right.
that's not what I'm saying. Like a
You're gonna
jury
shoot people
system.
out in
To,
space and not televise it. What's wrong with you?
no, like just a jury system, so that like if proven guilty until innocent kind of thing, and then if they're guilty, then you can do your jettison in space thing, or possibly go cannibalism.
Damn, now you gotta have
We're gonna have
courthouses
corporate
and all that
tribunal.
stuff.
No, see,
Money.
to me, cannibalism's a lot worse.
But real talk, you're not gonna televise shooting people out into space. That seems like prime.
That's
You're
fine,
You're really
TV.
on that. Oh my god.
No, I'm not going to propaganda that.
Why
We're-
not?
Next time on
'Cause-
shooting out
okay,
the cannon.
So my colony, if you missed it, is mainly pacifist until we get